All right, so let's talk a little bit about some simple troubleshooting. So you're packing up. Um, been a long weekend. Everybody's tired, and you go to retract your slide, and nothing happens. So I can go through a whole procedure. I can pull this switch out, and I can check voltages. I can do all kinds of things, but there's a really simple way I can test this. So if I know where this controller is, and in my grand design it's up underneath, so I kind of got to lay on my back to get to this thing, but not a huge deal. So I can just completely bypass the switch and all of that wiring, and I can do this myself. I don't have to have somebody inside the RV pushing that switch and me out here with my multimeter. Just a really simple test. So all I'm gonna do is disconnect these two wires right here. And again, let's look at the cover. I'm going to do this with the cover off just because it's easier to get to all these contacts. So if I look at my cover, this one says extend, this one says retract. So let's go back in and review how this switch works real quick. All my switch is doing is taking my battery, my 12 volts, and when I rock the switch, it's either sending this 12 volts to the extend or it's sending it to the retract. And I can show you that in a second with my meter. But I have 12 volts at my controller right here with this red wire. So if I'm in a pinch and my slide's not closing and I just want to get home, I can just take a simple little jumper and go from my 12 volts. So let me go to, I'm already fully extended, so let me just go to retract, which is this one. And, oh, hold that thought. So that's kind of a good troubleshooting thing right there. So I had removed this black wire from my motor when I was doing my when I had my ammeter connected. So yeah, we have an error saying that this motor number one faulted because there's the one green flash. So now we're completely out of sync. So hey, another good thing, instead of trying to resync this slide from inside my trailer, I can do it from the controller. So this motor is fully retracted and this one is, I don't know, 2/3 of the way around. So let me just go back to retract. Hit my switch once to clear the code. Hit it again. And it didn't quite fully sync because I didn't get my green and red light. So let me go back and back again. All right. So now my motors are fully synced, and I just demonstrated that I can retract my slide and I can extend my slide from right here at the controller simply by taking my 12 volts and going to either the extend or retract. Simple troubleshooting. So I created this issue with my switch just by removing this this wire from my 12 volt supply. So let me go ahead and put that back on, and then I'll just prove to you if I can find the screw. There it is. So let me go ahead and connect my 12 volts back up to this switch. All right, so let me connect my wires. Extend, retract. Okay, so if I don't remember which wire went where, it's real simple. When I go to my switch, If it goes the opposite direction, simply reverse those wires. Okay, so I said I'm going to prove to you that all I'm doing is sending 12 volts to one side or the other. So that one was retract. So when I hit my retract button, I should see 12 volts going to there. And when I hit extend, there's nothing there. So let me go over to this side, hit extend, and I get my 12 volts on that line. So again, simple troubleshooting technique. Take a little jumper, go from your positive here to either one of these. I would unplug this, just to completely pull that switch out of the equation. All right, that's a simple little troubleshooting technique.